Hello and welcome everybody to another Red Raider esports match. We are in the conference championship here for our junior varsity team tonight against Wayne State. They've had a tough journey going through the entire season, playing through the bracket, and they are here. The place they want to be, the place where legends are made, the championship. We're up against Wayne State here, going to the first map, it looks like, in just a few seconds. If this is your first time joining us for Overwatch, I want to welcome you. We're going to see a couple new names to some of our previous viewers as we're watching a new team tonight. So let's get into this match. All right, Symmetra teleport out, and we're going to be watching Amino first here on the support. Here's a lineup for the night. We got Amino on support, Effort on tank, Meek on DPS, Jubilee on DPS, and Vacancho on support. So a couple different names there for our frequent watchers here. All right, no one's taking the point yet. Raiders trying to play a split comp, getting forced back to themselves over here on the side of the map. Not going to be able to take that high ground, but they have quite a bit of cover from this direction. Amino getting low up against an Orisa comp. And here they go, they're pushing in. We see Ramatra has changed forms. He's going in face-to-face on this Orisa on the tank. Not being able to do much damage as she goes gold mode, and the Raiders are down 2. Raiders going to have to back out as they lost a few in that fight. 2 remaining for the Raiders as they back up this direction. Will the May be able to get out? Looks like Jubilee saves himself there, gets out with a May wall. Couple ults coming up here pretty soon. Only at 40% here for Wayne State. Full spawn gone for Wayne State. No one dies to that one. Meek barely dodging it there, saving his life. And Raiders pushing all the way through the right side. Meek in the back line with a Tracer. Vacancho comes to help him out. Tracer looking low, forces out a recall, and Amino's able to reposition here, get a pretty nice open angle here on the tank. But he gets stunned straight through the wall. Orisa looking low, Kiriko low as well. 1 Kiriko orb down, 1 support gone for Wayne State. Raiders pushing here. They have ultimates. Meek's gonna pop the ultimate here. Put in some damage on the Orisa. Orisa's looking low and Orisa's gone. Meek falls through, 2 down there. Raiders looking to have the advantage here. Only 1 left. It's just a Soj over there. And she's gone. Raiders cap the point, 79% for Wayne State. Two ultimates here online for the Raiders. We got Jubilee's May, Blizzard, and Vacancho on the Lucio. Forces a Tracer off. No speed, gonna have to pop his ultimate. Lucio ult here for the Raiders. Tracer goes down, May ultimate as well, and that's gonna be 2 down for Wayne State. Raiders gonna keep pushing, see if they can capture anyone else here. Put anyone on timer. There's a timer there where Effort finds another kill, and maybe the Juno as well, just barely escaping there. Just a little bit of health, but Raiders go in. 2 ultimates in, grab 1 as well here as Effort has the Ramatra ultimate. Raiders making good time. Gonna have to win 1 more fight to get matching percentage here. Raiders placing very patient. Vacancho finds a boop off the edge on the Sojourn. Raiders up 1. In a big wall here from Jubilee. Raiders pushing through, not going to get too greedy. They know they have the advantage. They do not need to push too far and die as they're close to the enemy spawn. Meek looking closer and closer to his ultimate as well. Hopefully going to be able to get it during this next fight at some point. And it may waltz 2 of them. Tracer finds Vacancho. Vacancho down. Raiders going to pop 1 ultimate. Effort uses the ultimate, finds a kill, instantly dies after, but Meek and Amino finding more. Will Jubilee's... Oh, the ice block does not last through. He's going to go down, but the Raiders still have advantage on the point. They're just going to be touching, dying on point, trying to get all the way to 99%, 96, 97, and it's going to be stopped at 97%. One more fight for the Raiders, and they should have this. They have a couple more seconds here to regroup. Both of those respawns happening right now behind Effort. Just 5% left, and the Raiders are going to have to push one final time here. Going into the point, Vacancho touches, gets the overtime. Tracer, no recall here. Lots of low, we hear calls out for Orisa. Orisa all the way back. Immortality Field's out. Trade for both sides. Amino pops his window here. Gonna put quite a bit of damage downrange, but not able to do it enough. Whispers finds him on the corner. Vacancho just trying to do everything he can to stay alive. May ultimate comes out, and the May ultimate's huge! It finds a tank. That's a triple kill there, and the Raiders take the point. Huge ult there from the May Jubilee, finding the game-winning ult, preventing the players from moving on Wayne State's side, stopping the tank and absolutely demolishing the entire enemy team there. Raiders grab round one here on the first map. Now, how this map works is we're going to have a best of 3 on the map. So that is just 1 point for the Raiders. If they can get a second, they'll take map 1 out of 5. So first to 3 will be the conference champs, the legends that they are, whoever can win 3 matches tonight. And we are in map number 1. Here we go. Going into round 2, map 1. Similar start here for the Raiders, going with a Symmetra TP. In a different team comp, we see Jubilee on the Genji, and Effort is actually on the Winston this time. Winston up top, Reaper very low. Zarya bubble already out early. That's 1 bubble down. Second bubble gets popped right there. No bubbles for this Zarya, and that's a ton of damage there for Effort. Raiders playing very controlling angles here. No bubbles here for the Zarya. They look like they're pushing in. Sojourn gets caught out, tries to make it to the point, but the Raiders are ready. Playing the angles. Meek finds another. 1 down, and it's the tank for Northwestern that's gone. But so far, numbers advantage for Northwestern still. Raiders already ticking up that point at 15%. Gathering some good ultimate charge as well. Effort coming back. Jubilee up top here with the Genji, taking a little bit of damage, looking for some support. And he finds, but this is a great angle here for Jubilee, just to pop down his shurikens, try to get his ultimate up. Jubilee dangerously low here. Got a touch point as the Raiders are very low, and they actually give up the point here, but they still have the high ground. No one's dead on either team. 1 ultimate online for Mino. Gonna pop the Kitsune Rush. Raiders going in here, seeing if they can find any. Effort finds 1, Meek finds another. Meek ulting as well. Not gonna be able to find anyone else so far as the ult is gone. Pops a little bit of damage there on the Zarya, looking for the Sojourn as she's getting out. Jubilee's fine too. And there's the cleanup from Jubilee. Raiders gave up the point, but still stuck on the high ground and ended up winning the fight. Couple percentage points, but the 1 fight is going to be in their advantage as they pass this halfway mark. Raiders doing a great job here, staying on the high ground, not losing their cool even when the point goes over. They know the high ground is super advantageous for them. They're worried about this Reaper. Looks like he's doing a Death Blossom, and a good boop there from Vacancho to get him off of his team. That's a wasted ultimate there. Effort falls, though, in the aftermath. Brig ultimate coming out as well. Raiders going to give up the point. But only 1 death there. Couple ultimates online as Jubilee finds his ultimate in the next few seconds. Vacancho already at his. It looks like Raiders are pushing in left side. They got the speed. Lucio goes around, got to help out his Sojourn here. He's got his sound beat if he needs it. and 2 down for the Raiders. They're going to have to back out again in advantage. Wayne State as they just passed 64%. 3 ultimates here online for the Raiders. They've been wasting ultimates for Wayne State. They've been forcing them to use them. So they know they have a good ult economy. They know they have the advantage. They just have to play their cards right. Jubilee looking up top here, potentially looking for a Dragon Blade, and he finds the blade, goes off. Can he find anyone? He's getting a lot of bubbles from Zarya out. No ultimate kills for him, but we're going to find Effort's ultimate as well. Sojourn looking low, trying to juggle her, but she's getting a ton of healing from those supports. Vikantra ultimate out as well. That's 4 ultimates for the Raiders. No point yet, but that's 3 kills as 3 people fall here. Raiders looking to finish up this fight, find another, and they do take the advantage. Grab the fight. It is going to be very costly on their ult economy, as Amino looks to be the only one with his ultimate online in the coming fight, but they do have advantage. One more fight should do it. Overtime here for the Raiders. They just have to win this fight. Kitsune Rush going out, trying to heal as much as he can. Big grab here from Zarya. Nice little orb there from Amino. Looking for kills. 1 falls for the Raiders, but the Raiders are still definitely in this. They're running around just trying to keep control of this point. Using ultimates. Juno ultimate gone for Wayne State. Raiders just holding on to the overtime as long as they can. They aren't able to find any kills yet, though, and that's 2 down for the Raiders. Overtime going to be going over to Wayne State here. Vikantra getting out. It's only at 89%, though. The map is not over. They're going to have to touch here for an overtime. Vikantra's got his speed boost. 4% left. Someone's going to have to touch. Can anyone do it? And yes, from the back, we have Tracer. Meek swapped over the Tracer, finds the cheeky angle here, gets the overtime. And Whispers finds Jubilee there. 1 ultimate used up. Brig very low. Effort finds 1. Reaper finds another, though. Raiders just stalling as much as they can. They need manpower, and they need some kills here. That Zarya has just been alive the whole time. It's super hard to get to those support players. But you see Meek just trying to dance around, take out anyone he can. Effort finds 1. Here we got Jubilee back on the Genji. He is here. He's looking for anyone he can. Somehow Effort still alive in the fight, popping his ultimate, looking for the Brig, finds a kill. Effort still alive somehow. I'm not sure how he keeps getting this health. Juno super low. They need to finish off that Juno in order to stop the healing coming from Wayne State. It is a non-stop overtime, and if anyone gets off this point, it's going over, and that's a double kill for the Raiders, triple kill for the Raiders. Somehow they're turning this around. Just do not step off, Raiders. They got to cut this point, and they do it. I don't know how, but they do it. The longest overtime fight I've ever seen in my life. For some reason, Effort just finding life, popping his ultimate as soon as he gets it. I don't know how it's possible, but the Raiders pull it off in a miracle and take map number 1, 2-0 Raiders. With an exciting finish to map 1, we're going to let those guys take a break, catch their breath, and we're going to be doing a pick ban phase of the map, so we will be right back with you. Go grab a snack, grab a bite to eat or something, because this is going to be a match, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for map number 2. We are on everybody's favorite map. We got Kings Row, the map of Overwatch. Raiders gonna be on defense first. We'll see how much they can hold. Hopefully a full hold, that's what you hope, and that's what you draw it up to be when you scrim the game. But let's see how it goes. Looking like we got a similar team comp that we saw on map number 1, round 1, with Amino on the Baptiste, Effort on the Ramatra, Meek on Sojourn, Jubilee on the May, and Vacancho on Lucio. Widowmaker seems to be making an appearance as Meek falls to a stray Widow bullet. That's 2 down for the Raiders, both DPS gone. Effort trying to find one of the supports, and he does, but it costs him his life here. Raiders trying to get back, defense getting picked apart here and there. That Widowmaker really did catch them off guard, and Raiders are going to give up the first control point and move all the way into stage 2 of the map here, the payload portion.
Stop the payload.
I got you. Come to me.
My strength will be hostiles approach.
All right, they've spotted the Widow, and she's down. Meek finds the Widow, sniping as the Sojourn. Taking an off angle there, good play by him. And now that creates a lot of space for Effort and his team to push up underneath this bridge here. Do a little bit of a close hold, try to stop this. 5 minutes left on the clock, so this is going to be quite the hold if they can. Maywall allowing some space to breathe. And Effort's going to go into fist/defense mode here on the Ramatra. Put damage down, allow his team to hopefully get back. May, Ice Block, and Wall gone. Zeke finding himself back on the side of his team. They really have to keep an eye on these sight lines, as this Widowmaker can cause a lot of damage with one-click headshots here. A huge Maywall here, just not enough inside the wall. He's able to slip through, and the Ramatra gets away. Great choice there by Jubilee, looking for a Maywall, trying to prevent that Ramatra from getting out and getting healed. Could have been huge for the Raiders to get a tank pick there. Jubilee is coming up on his ultimate, though. We'll see, and he's gonna do it. He's gonna pop the ultimate, and he finds a Ramatra. Ramatra really low here, able to get out, but the Maywall is there. Zeke finding the Widowmaker. Raiders up by 1, currently 2 ultimates still online. They're holding off this corner as much as they can. Ramatra ultimate coming out here for the Raiders. Dueling Ramatra ultimates it is. We've got the Lucio beat if we need it, but so far Raiders doing all right on their health pools. Beat going down as Ramatra's getting low, and that's a perfect beat. They're really pushing here. Raiders got to find some kills, though. They find the Juno in the corner, and she's gone, but Raiders low on health. Got to get a lot of healing out here. Ramatra ultimate coming out for both sides. Raiders really low, but just staying alive barely. Vacancho's healing coming out. Amino's healing as well. They're able to hold on to 2 ultimates and stop this payload from moving. Great hold there. 2-minute hold there from the Raiders. Only having to put 1 real ultimate in. Jubilee already at 60% of his, and that was a while ago, but still technically the same fight that he used at Blizzard. Raiders speeding back. They're worried about the push here. And Raiders going in. There's a big window here from Amino. Is a good sight line here. Going to force Wayne to stay out into the corners. Jubilee finds one. Raiders chilling, though, backing off, not getting too greedy. I like the passive play here from the Raiders. And here they go. Maywall in, going at it. Jubilee finding another. He is decimating Wayne State right now. Amino grabs another. And that is what you like to see. A patient play, methodical, Raiders waiting for their abilities, finding Wayne State just a little bit too far forward and pushing them back, finding the wall, Jubilee finding those kills there, and really just picking apart the team. Raiders gonna speed back into safety here. Halo just right on the corner where they want it. This is a great choke point here. Raiders have Jubilee's ultimate up again, and he has been making the most of it. We'll see what he concocts this time. Another patient play. They're watching out. It looks like this Reaper, he's dealing with a Death Blossom potentially. And maybe the Reaper gets stunned, and he does. That's 2 down for the Raiders as a huge ultimate there from Jubilee. Meek finding 3 there in that fight, and that's a team kill for the Raiders.
Solid work.
Jubilee, great passivism there. He's just waiting passively, just backing up with his team. Death Blossom from Reaper looks like it's coming out. They're wanting to. They're trying to play aggressive, and that's when he shuts him down. That's when he uses his ultimate, stops all momentum. A great blizzard there by him. Almost a great wall to catch off the tank off guard. All right, 1 minute left here, and the Raiders have 3 ultimates, maybe 4. Raiders pushing in, lots of damage here. Effort's gonna need to ult. Lucio ultimate coming out as well. Wall dropped, Meek finds 1. There's Effort getting another, and he is just pushing through. He has a ton of support behind him, lots of damage going out, and he doesn't find the kill there.
Hostile in view.
Effort just barely backing off of that kill. I think maybe he could have greeted a little bit more. He's wanting to play safe. Playing safe has worked for them in the past and so far in this match, so I respect the decision, but I think maybe we could have gotten the extra kill there, not sure. Forcing out a Mei block there. Wall is through, and they able to kill the wall instantly. Jubilee finding the Mei right through, uses the amino power boost there. 9 seconds left, and the Raiders just have to push through this. They have to wipe the team here. They're looking for the Juno. Zarya's found 1, and if they can kill this Juno, Zarya won't have any heals. Zarya bubble, she's full charge though. Effort not able to find the kill. He needs his supports behind him, but Zarya went in the backline, got rid of everybody. It's overtime here, and the Raiders have finally been wiped.
Get ready for a fight.
So if you've never been with us before and are wondering how overtime works, overtime will last as long as you are touching the payload as the attacking team. So that's how overtime in this particular game mode works for all of you joining us here in our new to Overwatch. So Raiders have a little bit of time left to push towards the point. If Wayne State hits that little blue diamond up there, it's going to extend their time, and overtime will end. They will get more time on the clock if they make it to that checkpoint. So Raiders trying to stop them before that happens. 3 meters, 2.75 meters left. Big wall here from Jubilee, and he finds the Zarya. Tank gone. And they C9 totally fall off. Round 1 complete. No checkpoint for Wayne State.
Score 0-1.
Now the Raiders are going to get their chance at attack. We're going to swap sides here. Raiders going to have to first capture the point, unlock the payload, and then push it just as far as Wayne State did. They didn't make it to the checkpoint, but if the Raiders can, they will take map number 2 without having to go all the way to the 3rd and final point. We saw great plays there from Northwestern, super patiently playing, and that's a great strategy on defense. Now, offense, however, can be quite a bit tricky and a little bit different. As offense, you are the one that controls the pace of the game. You really need to push, you need to attack, you need to unlock the next portion of the map. So the patient strategy might not work for the Raiders. They might be able to catch Wayne State slipping up if they happen to play a little bit too over the line, go too aggressive. We see Raiders, similar team comp. Keep an eye on Jubilee this round. His walls, his ice blocks, everything from him has been pristine so far. He has had great ultimates, great wall, communication with his team, and he wouldn't be able to capitalize on that without the backing of his teammates, without the damage that they are outputting for him, helping him finish off those kills, because as we know it, Mei is not a high DPS character. She's very utility-based, and Jubilee is just showing us peak performance on that utility here. Nice little wall here from Jubilee. Tries to get his team through, not able to get through. He's the only one that makes it, but they do make it behind Statue. They're going to speed all the way underneath into Hotel here. And Raiders looking at going up top. Raiders playing all the way around, super aggressive style here, swapping the roles here of the two teams as they are now on the side of the defensive team. All right, Raiders pressuring point here. Wayne State doing a great job of staying very separated here, making it hard for the Raiders to find any good damage here. Big Maywall here from Ubly, and he finds it, and it's huge. Lots of damage going out, and there goes the tank. Wayne State, no tank from another perfect Maywall. That's 2 down for Wayne State, 1 down for the Raiders. Raiders looking for this Juno. That's going to be a big pick if they can. Effort not getting too greedy. He's got to go back to his teammate as he is getting picked apart in the back line. Still capturing the point. Can the Raiders get it 1/3 of the way to go? They know they have a Juno behind them. They know they have respawns coming from the defensive side. And great pull there from the Raiders. 5 minutes left. Almost an identical push here. Just a slight few seconds shorter than Wayne State's, but well executed from the Raiders. Now Raiders have transitioned to the second part of the map where their goal now is to get to that yellow diamond at the top of your screen. That is their endpoint here. Meek and Ubly both finding kills there. That is gonna allow the Raiders to push, and Meek with a nasty angle here finds another, finds 2. He dies for it, but there's only 1 left for Wayne State, and that's a team kill there for the Raiders. With only 1 life gone, and it's Meek, but he is the one on the side finding those 2 picks. Massive damage there. Great flank angle there from Meek on the Soldier. Akancho on the Lucio coming back. Speeding him up to get back with the team. Raiders 5 strong again. 1 ultimate, a couple ultimates coming here online. You see that large rectangle glowing on the ground. That is the end point here for the Raiders. They can get there. They are going to take map number 2. Lots of damage coming out. Amino's window a little too far. Effort's pushing in. He's got the Lucio beat. He's got his ultimate online as well, and he's pushing it. 2 down for Wayne State. Raiders going in. Arisa going to pop her ultimate. Can the Raiders finish anyone off? And there's 2 gone. Only 1 left for Wayne State. Raiders just keep pushing, and that's a team wipe. Raiders looking good here, and they are going to take map number 2. Raiders going up here 2-0 against Wayne State in this conference championship, and they are looking like a well-oiled machine. Great communication from them, great use of ultimates, and just intelligent play from the Raiders, finding the right picks, finding the right timing to go in as well. I mean, beautiful stuff here. We might be on the final map of the night, depending on how the Raiders look. Can they maintain this lead, this 2-0 lead against Wayne State? Only time will tell. We're going to be right back with you in just a moment as we do another pick ban phase going into map number 3. Should be a push map, everyone's favorite. Let's go see that robot in just a few moments. We'll be right back. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back onto map number 3, and I do have a fix here on the screen. You might notice at the bottom it says best of 7. I mistakenly was under the impression that this is a best of 5, but no, the conference championships, we have got to make sure. So we're going to do a best of 7, first team to win 4 maps. So this will not be our last map of the night. It will only be map 3, and that is all. But if the Raiders win it, that's just one step closer to getting that conference championship title. We are on to push here. Very similar to the payload portion of that hybrid map, King's Row. Meek finding 1 kill there in the Tracer Ditto matchup, and that's going to force Wayne State looking like they're going to back up a little bit. Effort going through, putting down some damage. Winston in the back line, and lots of damage coming out. Effort almost finding the Winston, and he's gone. Amino helps him out there. Great communication from the Raiders there. Only some supports left in the DPS. And Raiders are just, they mean business. They're pushing this robot just right away, starting off this map. Now, as I was saying, this map, you push a robot. Both sides are on offense. You are trying to push the robot as far as you can towards the enemy side of the map. The Raiders making quite a bit of progress, almost to checkpoint number 1 already, as they're 3 meters away, and it looks like they're going to hit it with no contest. No contest, but the Raiders do lose at least 1. That's 2 members gone for the Raiders. But they do have the close spawns as they have the first checkpoint. And they will lose those close spawns very shortly when that robot pushes past that midway point. Eek already at his ultimate. Effort looking like he's there as well. Raiders just showing a dominant performance so far. Eek finds 1 with his pulse bomb, uses his recall, gets out back to full health. 1 down here for Wayne State. Raiders going for the push, seeing if they can find any more picks. Goes for the Brigitte, and Effort finds her. She's gone. Looking for the Ana, and she's gone as well. Jubilee finds the Diva. Tank gone, only 1 left for Wayne State. Raiders gain control of the robot again, and they're going to start making forward progress towards the end of the map. I know it's only been less than 3 minutes, but the Raiders are past the first checkpoint and pushing. Looking for the Cassidy here, no roll, and Amino finds him from the inside there. 1 ultimate out for both teams, 2 support ultimates. Meek finds 1, bomb comes out from Effort. No kills there, but the Meek finds the support. 2 supports down for Wayne State. Raiders making good progress there, pushing forward. Brigitte low again, not able to find the kill though. Very patient plays here from the Raiders. Jubilee sitting on his ultimate. He's looking for a cheeky sneak angle up top. Picancho sitting on his as well, so if anyone gets too low, he will be able to pop that beat. Jubilee backing out, not going to greed for the play. The point is contested so far. He's got to wait out a couple of ultimates. He can get easily shut down with some of the characters here that they have. EP's out. Raiders going to use this choke point to their advantage if they can. All right, Raiders pushing in. Beak in the back line, Jubilee in the back line, using his ultimate. Diva finding a lot of use out of eating that ultimate there. No deaths yet. Effort finds 1 though. 2 ultimates either side here, gone. Raiders still contesting this point, still putting the pressure on. If they can get back to those supports like they have been getting and getting those kills, that would be huge for them. Hiriko using her Kitsune Rush, they're pushing in, getting forward progress. No pulse bomb here as Vikancho barely dodges it. Eek finds 1, a lot of fighting, but not a lot of kills here. 2 down for Wayne State, 3 down for Wayne State. Raiders go up here. Another one, only 1 left for Wayne State, and the Raiders are gonna get the point in, are they? I don't know, there's just a baby Diva. Can they push her off in time? uses a B. No, they're still touching, and there it is. With a little bit of a boost, the Raiders capture it in half the time needed. 5 minutes left, and the Raiders grab map number 3. Push looking real good from the Raiders, and I'm sure they're feeling great winning that map so quickly there. We see Meek just absolutely go to town there on the enemy Tracer. Finds a kill there, looking for the low health players, doing a great job. You can see the target prioritization there from Meek on the Tracer as he looks for the low health. He knows he'd be wasting bullets, dumping into a tank, and finding the finishes, finding those assassination kills there. As I said, it is a best of 7, so I apologize. This is not the last map. We may have one more, potentially 4 more. I guess who's to say yet? I will not call the match until it is over. But so far, Raiders lead 3, Wayne State 0. We'll be right back with you. Alrighty, we are going quick into this match, and it's instantly gonna get paused. But we are on to map number 4. We got Suravasa coming up for you as we are going towards a flashpoint map, very similar to map number 1, that control map that we saw, where the goal was a best of 3 of different maps. This one is going to be one map with 5 different points. So for the first time tonight, I am correct in saying that this map is a best of 5. First team to get 3 points is going to win it, and the first flashpoint is always right in the center of the map. Raiders currently leading 3-0 in the series. If they win this, it is all over. They will be the conference champions, and they will be feeling real good going into the national tournament. Gayan coming out strong here on the Reaper, finds Amino in the back line. Very aggressive play style here from Wayne State. Meek able to find a pick on the Reaper that took out the Baptiste just a second ago. Raiders currently down with that kill there on effort. Not a lot of team members left to go. They're going to have to back out here and regroup. Just not able to find their footing there. Their team comp maybe not the best at looking at those brawl comps, as we have a Reaper right in the face there. But Raiders quick to adapt. It's already at 25% on the first point. These points do move a little bit quicker in that percentage gaining ratio there. Raiders pushing off onto the left side. Reaper TP right close to the team. No bubbles here from the Zarya. Immortality field here from the Baptiste. Can they find the Reaper from it? They use the Mei wall, but not able to do it as he just falls right off the edge and goes to safety. Raiders just looking to poke damage in from afar. They are not a brawly team comp. The Reaper in the backline, just no Immortality field. You saw Amino look down to place it, but they find one. They find the tank. Is it enough? Both supports down for the Raiders. Big ultimate here, but Brig gets out, and I don't think the Raiders are going to be able to do it even with Yubili's Bay ultimate there. Not able to catch anyone. And Flashpoint 1 goes over to Wayne State. They have turned into a different team here, just not allowing the Raiders to get a foothold, not find any picks. And having this Reaper in the backline is really just toying with their brains, taking away the support line. Amino with a very long cooldown on his Immortality field. The Reaper doing a good job there, getting in before that is back up. You saw him try to desperately throw it at the ground, but had 4 seconds left until it was back up. Raiders walking left here, taking this high ground, putting a lot of damage down range. Big Mei wall there from Yubili, stopping the Reaper ultimate. Meek finds one with his ult. Counter ultimate coming out here from Effort, as there's a lot of ultimates coming online from both sides. Can they find the Zarya? I don't think she has any bubbles. She has one bubble, and it's super low, and it's gone. Only supports and a DPS left for Wayne State, and Raiders are gonna capture the point and start working towards 100%. First time Raiders in the lead on this Flashpoint map. It is going to cost quite a few ultimates. You see Amino being the only one with an ultimate. The Raiders not going to be able to keep that up for long. They're going to have to find a way to maintain a good ult economy and not have to use 4 ultimates to win a fight. That will just not be sustainable throughout the rest of this map. Amino sitting on his ultimate, taking the most open sightline he can, and there it is. Juno ultimate comes out. He instantly uses his ultimate as well, but he gets Zarya grabbed there. They were waiting for the ultimate. They knew he had it. They knew he had his Immortality. Somehow Yubili still on this point, fighting for his life with Meek, his other DPS. Can they find one? They do find one. Not going to be able to make it through the Zarya, but it does go to 91%. Yubili still holding on to his ultimate. Could have gone for the crazy play of popping his ultimate down, but I think it might have been wasted. So good discipline there on not using his ultimate. Raiders back in full strong. They are running in towards the point. We'll keep an eye on Yubili and when he's going to use his ult. 1 bubble gone here. 2 bubbles gone here for Wayne State. Yubili's got to stay alive. No bubbles from Zarya. This could be a good idea to use the ultimate. That's the last bubble. Big Mei wall there at the end, but I don't think the Blizzard's going to catch anyone as Meek finds 2 though. Yubili not finding a lot of use out of his ultimate, but a lot of damage coming in here. We got Effort looking for the Zarya. She's really low, no bubbles, and she's gone. Juno, only support left. Raiders up with an advantage here, and they're going to capture the point again. Can they stop it? Will they be able to get it all the way to 100? And they do. Flashpoint 1-1 so far as the Raiders grab Flashpoint number 2.
Flashpoint Palace.
Couple ultimates out there for Northwestern, but it was necessary as they do get Flashpoint 2. That's going to keep them even with Wayne State. Effort finding his ultimate here, going into point number 3. Now Raiders decided to go on to point instead of taking the high ground as they usually do. Very patient players, but they seem to be adapting quite a bit. They noticed the Reaper this time, looking for a counterplay on the Reaper as he is definitely gunning for Amino on the Baptiste. Raiders walking forward, Effort using his ultimate here, looking for kills. The Reaper gone as well. No bubbles online. 4 down for Wayne State, and Raiders potentially going to find another big ice wall there from Yubili, and they do in fact find Whispers on the Sojourn, not getting out, and that's a team wipe there unofficially. for the Raiders. Great play there from the Raiders, not having to use too many ultimates. They used Effort's ultimate. They chose to walk in, push when they knew there were no more Zarya bubbles. They were on cooldown. Very, very disciplined triggers there on that. Bubble has been broken. Not a lot of bubbles here, and they're pushing onto the Zarya, slowing her down. She only has one bubble, and they instantly tear through it. Great communication there from the Raiders to all focus the Zarya, tear through that bubble. No tank here for Wayne State, and that's going to put them at a severe disadvantage. Looking at 80% of this point captured already. They might look to stall and hit one from the back, hit in overtime here. But I don't think they're going to be able to do it. Reaper looking like he's going to Death Blossom here. And I think maybe a misclick as he teleports there, but still gets the Death Blossom up. Overtime here. Death Blossom does find 2. Raiders down 4. And that is going to be a team wipe here on the Raiders. Vacancho, excuse me, gets out. No team wipe. And Wayne State going to be capturing at that point, looking for that 100%. But the Raiders are at 99. They have 1 ultimate, 2 ultimates by the time that fight starts, as Meek is looking close to his. They are very, very close here, capturing the flashpoint number 3 and getting that 2nd point. Playing slow, finding if anyone's out of position. Reaper's on the right side, looking for the Zarya on the left. Very low. Big wall there from Jubilee. Almost gets the Zarya. She's super low, and she's down. Meek finds 2 with his ultimate as well. He dies in the crossfire, but that is 3 down for Wayne State. Raiders looking pretty good this fight as they still have their supports online. Gonna capture this point and get the flash point here. 1 flash point to go for the Raiders, and they will be crowned conference champs. Effort finding his ultimate here as well. Amino looking close to his. Will the Raiders do it? They have the advantage. They have the series advantage. They have the map advantage as they're going into flashpoint number 4. 2-1 so far. They are not able to get to the flashpoint first. They are the ones late to the party. Watching out, no bubbles. Body blocking the Reaper, almost gets the Maywall off in time to kill the Reaper. No bubbles, and Effort's gonna push in. They find the Zarya. Effort holding on to his ultimate for now. He doesn't need it. Gonna pop the ultimate now, try to get rid of the Brig, and he dies. Unfortunately, not enough support here. Somehow, I think the Raiders are gonna get team wiped with some counter ultimates there from Wayne State and actually end up losing that fight. It was a great beginning of the fight. I just don't think the Raiders knew what they were doing. They didn't make a choice to go or stay. Half the team went in, half the team went back. They got ulted on in the back line. Effort just not able to find any use of his ultimate without that support there.
Here with the cue.
Raiders with a little bit of a cushion. I'm sure they don't want to have to fall back and use that cushion of letting 1 more point go. Jubilee falling to the Reaper, and they get rid of this Reaper. He's getting healed from everywhere somehow. Not sure, and Whispers finds in others. Raiders just getting torn apart here. They may try to go in 1 more time. I think they have enough time for it. Hopefully no ultimates used. We'll see though if they're gonna dump ultimates and try to take over this flashpoint. But I think at this point it is gone. It's lost. They have to go to the last flashpoint, and hopefully they can capture it and end this with a 4-0. Overtime here as Vacancho swings through. Gonna lose his life to it. Immortality field coming out from Amino. Meek finds 1, but Amino instantly gone here. Not a lot of Raiders left on the point. It's an overtime. Maybe just getting some ultimate charge as they go in. But it is futile. Wayne State gonna be grabbing that flashpoint. 2-2 now on flashpoint. The last point to go here. This is make it or break it. Wayne State knows they have to win this if they want to keep fighting for this conference championship. Northwestern does have the cushion, but I'm sure that they would love to have a 4-0 here. They know if they can secure this flashpoint, they will secure the victory of the night. They do have the advantage as they make it there to the point first. Whether that's an advantage or not, I guess depends on what angle you like to play the game from, but they are going to be forcing Wayne State to make the first move as they play the cover, play on point. Raiders capturing point so far. They have the capture marker. And a wall here on the Zarya, blocking her out for now, not able to capture her in, and she's low and she's dead instantly. She falls in and just gets deleted. Reaper ultimate finds 3, Northwestern 2 members down. One was an immortality field there from Amino. Good play by him. Vacancho looking pretty aggressive here as it's just the supports left on the point, but they do both have their ultimates up if they need it. Immortality field up in a few seconds. Vacancho goes back for the team. And they are touching. Wayne State forcing Raiders to play fast and make a play. They know they like it patient. Good time for a beat here. Great beat from Vacancho. Effort using his ultimate as well. Meek finding 2. No ultimate needed for him. That's 2 ultimates from Northwestern, and that is going to look like they are winning this fight. And they find any picks. Vacancho searching, running around, looking for any kills. 94%. It is getting so close. Finds a kill. They just have to prevent anyone from touching, and they do. There it goes. Under our noses, not even on the point. Getting off the point, just pushing through with some ultimates. And the Raiders make it look effortless in point number 5 here on Flashpoint as they take map 4, going 4-0 in a best of 7, and that math works out. That means they are the conference championship going to nationals. We will see how it fares when they make it to that play as well, but here we go. Wayne State 0, Northwestern's 4. I'm going to go check in with the players. We'll be right back, and I think we're going to have an exclusive post-game interview with the new Raider Conference Championship junior varsity team. Let's give it up to them. I'm going to go snag one of them and see how they're feeling. I'm sure they're feeling good. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the post-game interview with the tank effort. I mean, 4-0 in the conference championship. You got to be feeling good.
Dude, that meant so much to me. I've never really, competed for a finals, so that really, meant everything to me.
Yeah. It was an incredible play. You guys did an insane job. I mean, we saw you guys plow through on some of those maps, doing an incredible job. I can see you're getting a little emotional, which I'm sure this means a lot for you. And you guys are heading to nationals, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
first time. First time.
Not a lot of words right now,
Yeah.
I'm sure. But let's recap some of these plays that we saw Effort make here in this championship game. I mean, we saw the Kings row. We saw the defense falter right at the beginning, but you guys took it together right at that choke point. Everyone knows that choke point on the corner. I mean, a lot of great plays from you. I know you were working super hard with your team, Ubele specifically on the May to put up those walls.
Yep.
I mean, tell me, how's the team communication going on in there? Are you guys like really up on edge? Like, who's calling those plays? Are you calling a lot of these shots as the main tank, as the leader of the pack?
What we're trying to do when we're on that choking King's Row is we knew that we go off the base of our turn, their turn, and on that choke they used ring early every single team fight.
Yeah.
So when they use ring, we kind of just give out. But then we have our cooldown, so then we just push right back in and win the fight every time.
Yes, if you were watching the game during that time on Kings Row, I was mentioning the patience that you guys had. You had so patient plays. You guys would pull back. You would use Vacancho's speed boost to get out of the way of danger when Wayne State looked like they were trying to be tough, when they were trying to push in and be aggressive. And as soon as that timing ends, that's when you call it. That's when you push through. That's when you pops up the wall, pops the main. That's when you pop the Ramatra ult and just go to town, dealing tons of damage. I mean, we saw it as well just on this last map. We went all the way to point number 5 on Flashpoint. I'm sure the nerves were hitting, but you guys made Flashpoint 5 look like it was an entirely different game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you guys 100-0'd it. You guys went in, took charge, and absolutely just dominated.
Yeah.
I mean, I almost didn't catch that it was the end of the match because I saw the counter was at 94 and didn't realize, oh my gosh, we're at this point in the game. Were you guys constantly watching the top of the screen, or are you focused in front of you?
I am just focused in front of me. I'm focused on what ults they have, what their plan is, which their plan is to always go in with a Reaper TP and then a bubble, which makes it super obvious, and we can just play around that a lot. So it really, they weren't, we just had to read them off. We just read them, and we would win the team fight every time. And also, great ult management as well for my team as well. I really enjoyed playing with these guys over the semester. They're a bunch of great players, and they mean a lot to me, especially since this is my first time winning a championship. I'm not the MVP here. It's them. They're the MVPs for sure. They mean a lot to me, and they carried me through this whole entire match, mentally and physically.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, incredible shout out there. Agreed that I think the MVP of tonight is the entire team, the Red Raiders Junior Varsity Conference Championship. Congratulations, effort.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done. Go celebrate with your team. Thank you for doing this interview. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for us tonight. We have got the winners, the conference championships, Red Raiders against Wayne State 4-0, making it look easy. Now, well done to them. Thank you all for tuning in. Keep up with us on our socials to see how the rest of the national tournament goes on when they start playing in that. This has been a wonderful night, a crazy game, a lot of exciting moments. Catch us when we tune in next time for the Red Raider esports match of Overwatch and all of our other games like Super Smash Bros. And Rocket League. My name is Hades. Hope to see you soon. Peace.